The circle equation. So, before we go into the circle equation, you have to remember that the equation of a line looks like y equals mx plus b. And typically we would leave y and x in our answer. It would look something like y equals 4x plus 12. The definition of a circle is all points are the same distance from the center. So we have a center. All the points are that same distance away from the center. And lastly, the distance between 2 points, x1, y1, and x2, y2, is given by the distance formula. Distance equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. We need to know these in order to find our circle equation. A point would be something like x, y. The radius will be r. And the center I'll call x1, y1. So the distance is going to be r. It's going to be equal to, one of the points will be x, y. The other points will be x1, y1. And typically we will square both of these just to get rid of the square root. So r squared equals x minus x1 squared plus y minus y1 squared. Now hopefully you recognize this from Pythagorean theorem. If you don't, that's okay, but this is directly related to the Pythagorean theorem. And the circle equation is what we just said, x minus x1 squared plus y minus y1 squared equals r squared, where r is the radius, and then x1, y1 is the center of the circle. So everything except for what I've underlined will appear every time with the circle equation, and then those three parameters will be replaced by whatever values we have. So let's write the equation for this. So first of all, let's find the center. That is 2, negative 3. And then the radius, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is our radius. So let me rewrite the formula. X minus something squared plus y minus something squared equals a third thing squared. And here we have 2 is our x coordinate, negative 3 is our y coordinate, and 8 is the radius. I would accept this. I would also accept x minus 2 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 64. Please don't square the 3. However, subtracting a negative is the same thing as adding a positive. All right, here, that point is negative 4, positive 1. And the radius is 3. So let's rewrite this again. X minus something squared, y minus something squared equals the radius squared. I'll substitute those in. 3 is the radius. Negative 4 and positive 1. I would accept that. Or x plus 4 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals 9. Now please note that the signs are changing. When we had a positive 1, it ends up as a negative 1 in our equation. And a negative 4 ends up as a positive 4. That's because the undoing of negative 4 is positive 4. Essentially, negative 4 will make this. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0. All right, let's go backwards. Graph this equation. So the x1, y1. y1 is actually the easiest part. That'll be 5. And this 6 will become negative 6. The signs change, just like the signs change from negative 4 to positive 4. And then the radius is not 4. The radius is 2, because 2 squared is 4. You could think about this as square root of 4 gives me the radius, which is 2. All right, so let's find negative 6, 5. Negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is my center. And now the radius is 2. So I'm going to go out 2 from there. I have this handy dandy tool to draw my circles prettily. And that will be my circle. What is the center of the circle with this equation? Now, it's very tempting to say that the center of the circle is 11, 3, but it is not. Remember that there's a negative as part of the formula, so this originally was minus negative 11, and this was minus negative 3. So this will be negative 11, 3 is the center of that circle. Thank you.